How you doing, Maureen? Happy New Year.
Same to you, Julian.
Look, I know you from the Julian Assange group.
Yeah.
Julian Assange is free. There's still work to be done for him, but there are other causes as well, and he's always stood up for exposing the truth. Why are you down here today outside the American embassy?
Okay. Because this, before Julian Assange, this was my heartfelt quest. From when I went to university, I studied the Palestinian problem, and I took it in my dissertation. And it's the nearest to my heart that I've ever got for any cause.
Whereabouts in university, if you don't mind me asking? Was that
St Mary's? It was called St Mary's, yeah.
Were the lecturers impartial? Did you find they had a bias? Were you biased in your essays? Did you have to be impartial?
In those days, it wasn't like it is now. There was no big talk about the Zionism and stuff because the Israelis had to be a bit more liberal anyway, and a lot of them were more liberal, and they didn't have an angst about. It was pure Palestine in those days, if you get what I mean, because Yasser Arafat was terrific anyway. And of course it's all gone right-winged, like this country's gone right-winged, totally right-winged. The world's gone right-winged. It's not the same place as it was when I took my dissertation.
So Arafat was more of a secular nationalist resistance, right?
Yeah.
And because that didn't work, the resistance has turned out elsewhere, I suppose. When the Soviet Union collapsed, all these left-wing groups that were getting support had to look elsewhere. I guess where do we turn now? Who is the counterbalance to the powerful in the world? We're outside the American embassy. Who's going to be?
It's ourselves. It really is only ourselves. Just like in the 1800s, just like, I'll say it, I'm a feminist, Eleanor Marx. She was far better than her father, really, because she was on the ground. She did the donkey work. Actually, he was seen as a bit of a tyrant in his early days. His sister said he was a tyrant, and of course, I always said, and I'll quote Proudhon, that his would bring tyranny because it was the anarchist. What do you call them? What's it? Communist. It was the anarchist communists that were far more understanding about people on the ground. That they knew that Proudhon said that they asked him to go to the government, and he went for 6 weeks, and he said, I proved it to myself, he said. When you've got government, they don't know what's happening on the ground. They don't know, and also, of course, it brings tyranny. Power brings tyranny. So, I've always been an anarchist.
Okay, so you describe yourself as an anarchist.
Yeah.
Is that a communist anarchist?
Communist, yeah.
So, ideally, we would have no government. We would just all do the right thing. Is that?
No, because
what does anarchy mean?
Well, it's never been tried out, and of course, human nature is peculiar anyway. But what I'm saying is, how many thousands of years there's been total control. Now, they say fascism is when the corporations actually run the whole thing. I don't know.
People forget that. Oh, there we go. Bit of support. Another word for fascism is corporatism, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but
I can't corporations in bed with the government.
I can't get around that one because of the Nazis and Hitler. I should think there's many veins of fascism, really.
Yeah, there is many.
It incorporates a lot of racism and everything, and superior race.
They try and some of the right wing tried to say, oh, Hitler was a socialist because he's a national socialist.
Yeah.
He wanted socialism just for his race.
Yeah.
It's not very left wing, is it? But anyway, I really appreciate you chatting to me. Thank you.
Thank you.